Social media is something that we all use. It has got its benefits, and these make us want to use it. However, the way that we use social media in the modern age is toxic. Social media on itself isn't inherently wrong. The users are the worst bit, creating this toxic environment that benefits no one except the corporations. The Cambridge definition for social media is websites and computer programs that allow people to communicate and share information on the internet using a computer or mobile phone. Generally, we are peer pressured in a very passive manner to get mainstream social media accounts in order to be in contact with friends and family. These mainstream social medias are mostly Facebook and Instagram, but the way many users use these social media accounts is very shallow, self-centered, and it's ultimately the result of low self-confidence. It is a sad reflection of our society how many people are unsatisfied with their lives, but then feeling the need to post how good their life is on social media, bragging about things they have done. And the very worst bit about this is why this is so toxic. It creates a cycle. It causes other people to look at their friend and wish they had their life. It isolates us from each other. It doesn't help us connect with them. From this, these people want to create what that person has, so they try and recreate what that other person does in order to try and recreate in their minds that they have what the other person has. The truth is that this will never satisfy them. They're just faking it to themselves and looking for recognition from other people to accept them for this. And then on the topic of people's bodies, unrealistic standards are set by influencers. They use apps like Facetune to make themselves look better than reality. It's super easy to look like an thot using Facetune. An example of one of these is Belle Delphine. A simple recreation in Facetune proves this. And this isn't even looking into the consideration of the subtle changes which you can do with Photoshop and the liquify tool. I'm all for Photoshop. As a photographer, I love the creativity it provides. But be transparent if you use Photoshop. Tell people you use Photoshop. I know that you wouldn't want people to think that you're not as good looking as you are in the photos. And it's kind of like the old joke where it's profile picture versus reality. But trust me, you're going to be so much more credible if you just tell people that you use Photoshop or not. And the very worst thing about this is happening mainstream. This is happening with ordinary people, not just people on the internet. The real issue is that people's self-image is formed around what other people's perceptions of ourselves are. After all, we are all a victim of Descartes' cogito. We don't know what other people think, so we seek acceptance from them, either in the form of comments, likes, or we seek recognition or attention. This issue is then amplified by the fact children are getting smartphones from an incredibly young age, and from these smartphones they get access to social media. They will know no different, and it will be ordinary for them, creating a generation where flexing is just part of our society. Social media is a very powerful tool, though it is currently at the mercy of a society with a self-crippling cycle in full swing. Perhaps regulation will help, or this will sort itself out with time, but it is definitely one of the most prominent issues of the current generation, and an issue that seems to grow every year.